Hey YouTube, good morning. Happy Labor Day, United States. I've been thinking a lot about this braking, slowdown, phantom braking thing. I am still running version 10.69.1, although, look at this very cautious turn here, wow. Although there have been some reports that there might be a 1069.1.1 or 2022.20.11 FSD build that has been released to employees. I don't have that yet, but who knows? Maybe they'll send it out to some testers in addition to the employees. All right, we're doing an unprotected right turn. It needs to wait there. Okay, the right lane is now open if it wants to commit in the right lane, and it waited for that car in the far lane, and it didn't need to. Now it needs to aggressively commit into this lane, and it needs to give a boost, otherwise the car behind me has to slow down, which he did. That was fine. It was interesting though, in that turn, it almost went, but all three lanes needing to be clear scenario is what happened there. Back to what I was saying. So there might be a new release coming out into the wild that kind of paused the release of FSDBeta for the other 10,000, and then eventually perhaps a little bit of a delay for the 100,000. We just don't know unless we get some information from Elon. But what I've been thinking about is the phantom braking or pauses that we're seeing on FSD. I've got a couple of errands to run, and I'm just going to kind of drive around and do my errands, but have the cameras running. And if I notice any of these slowdowns or pauses, I'm going to talk to them when they happen, and then I'll try to cut this all up and see if we get a few situations we can talk about, and perhaps look at the screen a little more closely and to see if we see anything that might be causing any of these slowdowns. Yeah, so let's just see how that goes. Here's a scenario I sometimes see it when I've got a green light and a second green light. Sometimes right after the first green light, like right there, look, it slowed all the way down to 40 and then it turned yellow. Okay, so that wasn't a great example, but there are a lot of people that are in agreement with me that double green lights create slowdowns, and I'll try to find a few of those today. All right, aggressive slowdown there. All right, I don't know why it did that. Oh, because it changed nav at the last second to go there. Interesting. That was a late change. All right, just noticed a braking there, but I'm not exactly sure what that was for. It's pausing. I'm just feeling a little tap of the brakes. It might have been that light, and it might have been that car, but it was right as we were coming over the crest of that bridge. Here's a double stacked green light. Right as I go through the first one, there it is. It pauses, and then it reaccelerates. So it's like right after you pass the first one, on the way to the second one, you get this pause and then reacceleration. Here's the double green light again. Going right under the first one, and then there's the pause, and then the reacceleration. It's very consistent, and I'm not sure if it's A plus B equals C kind of a thing. It needs to get through one before it can see the next one, but it's pretty consistent. Try this double green light again. Right under the first one, and there's a pause, very strong pause. Went all the way down to 48 that time, lost 7 miles an hour, and then reaccelerates back to the set speed. I think it's seeing the lights. It sees both of them, so I'm not exactly sure if it's a perception thing or a control thing where it just it gives it a little bit of a break. Double green light again. Right under the light, there's the pause. And then the reacceleration. Both of them were green. Now, you know, was the timing of the pause in sync with when the green light showed up on the visualization? Obviously, the visualization isn't the clue that we know the system can see it. You can see the first green light on the screen. I can see that already. And there's the pause, and there's the green light. I can see the green light before it's reaccelerating. So it may be a distance and range perception thing, at least on that light. Maybe those lights are spaced far enough out that it puts a little pause in there. It's very consistent. If I have a lead car that's constraining my speed a little bit, sometimes it doesn't happen. But when I don't have any constraints on my speed, that pause is there almost every single time. Very aggressive. Wow. What? It slowed all the way down for that car on the other side of a double yellow line. I don't understand that. Whoa. Big pause right there. I didn't see anything. Outside, we'll have to see what the screen showed, but that was a very strong pause for no reason there. I have a pedestrian on the edge of the road. I wouldn't mind if it paused here a little bit. Ironically, that was much smoother than all of the other pauses.